Alright everyone, welcome to a new Cat vs Mouse video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly farm in Cat vs Mouse. So yeah, if you didn't know, you can farm in Cat vs Mouse. There's a tower in there called the Scratching Post. The Scratching Post gives a certain amount of money after the end of a wave, and also gives you money every certain percentage of the HP of the cat depleted. Now, in my community, join the Discord server, a lot of people don't exactly know how to use the Scratching Post. I've heard a few complaints and the fact that it's just like not that good. So I feel like I have to make a tutorial on this, totally not for another video idea. And so here we are today. I'm going to be talking about all of the paths for the Scratching Post, what you should use, and my personal favorite path, and just reliability, and why it's basically just my favorite path. So let's go ahead and start the game here. I'm going to go ahead and do this without music. You can hear that there's no desktop audio, it's just me talking. So we're going to go ahead and just start off. I have admin, but we're going to go ahead and play vanilla for a few waves first. Classic. So the first thing that you want to do is, from the strategies that I have in my community, people usually get like a water shooter to stall. Here's the cat. But I like to do a tranquilizer, since you can actually cancel out the dashing and stuff. Although it's a bit unexpected, it is pretty good stall. So we're gonna go ahead and just grind out our money on the first wave here. Now I actually recently buffed the wave cache, so what people usually would do is they would just camp on the first wave. The Scratching Post is meant to kind of counter that, and so basically, well, it's better to kind of just take the cat down rather than actually camping. So I want to introduce the Scratching Post tower first, and basically just how it works a little bit further. So on the base level, it will actually give 5 cash per wave, and also 5 cash per 50% cat HP depleted. Another thing that I also want to mention is that the Scratching Post does not give money on the initial placement, meaning that whatever wave you place it on, it does not give money on that wave. Like for example, this cat here is on 100 HP, which is all of its HP. If I place on a tranquilizer here and get it to stun it for a bit, eventually when it reaches 50% HP, I won't get that money boost until the next wave. That's something that I want to clear out, and that's an intentional feature, not a bug. And that's practically it for just the base of the Scratching Post. Let's go ahead and look at its upgrades here. We have other sources. What other sources does is that it increases the cash per wave, and I can't even remember what I did to my own account. I know it increases the cash per wave. Pump gain here gives extra HP, and then extra payment basically means that you can damage the cat. Usually right now, like I said, it was 50%, but extra payment turns that into, I believe, 35%, meaning that you can actually get the money bonus twice, totaling up to 15. Both of these total up to 15, however, the main difference is the amount of money that you make when they are buffed. The reason why this costs more is because it's slightly more affected by Signal Repeater's buffs. If I upgrade to Tower Discount here, you can see more money. What more money does is that it allows economic towers, which like the only one is Scratching Post, to gain, well, more money. Now, this doesn't work with one certain cross path that I will actually show right now, and that is Scratchers Galore. And that's why it's very expensive. Scratchers Galore has the potential to give you a lot of money, but you do have to use it properly. You can see here it costs 450. A little bit of a fun fact, actually. Initially, this costed 225. the reason why I doubled the price was because of the insane amount of cash potential that you can actually get from Scratchers Galore. You can literally get infinite money from this, and a lot of people don't know that. You can see here, the cost is a bit buggy. I don't know why. Maybe I never updated it. It does a discount, I guess. You use this bug when you're able to. You can also see here that I might have gotten a little bit of extra cash. The wave cash right now, the way it's calculated is 10 plus the wave, and then also depending on how much health you have. So the more health you have, the more money you get per wave. So you want to keep your health up. And so I'm going to go ahead and actually cheat here, because one of the main issues that I've found people talking about is Scratchers Galore and not understanding how to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself some cash here. And I'm going to go ahead and buy Scratchers Galore. And I want you to watch what happens when I let the cat sit at the scratching post. Okay, everyone, so I just want to be like just honest with you guys. That was actually a bug with the Scratchers Galore, and that's okay. That's what I like about filming videos on Cat vs Mouse and just trying out new things. I get to actually find bugs in the game and you know, just fix them. So basically what happened was there was actually outdated code. So I'm just gonna immediately jump back into the video. We're just gonna cheat for this one, since I kind of already showed you the basics. We're gonna go back to Scratchers Galore here, which is 5. So we're gonna get other sources, and now the cat should, okay, it should make money. Yes, when it's touching every second, you can see my money is going up there. So you just gotta keep the cat on the scratching post. This makes you 1 money per second, and you can just, you know, collect coins. You can also stall the cat out. One of the best strategies to do here is like you can get like a water cannon. You can stall it. You can just keep it in there while you're collecting coins. Maybe add a tranquilizer too, you know? Yeah, and then but you can make a lot of money with Scratchers Galore. Let's see, can I generate more? It's not working anymore. Oh well, but that's how you make money with Scratchers Galore. Obviously, when there's another upgrade that I also want to show that actually does work is the original income here. So this is actually my first time testing this out. Hopefully this works. I cannot click on it because of and I should be able to place it back. It is. Should also be able to upgrade it. You can see here each time I damage the cat. Oh yeah, we have to wait for a new wave to spawn. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get Gatling gun here since that's the best. So I should use this. And you can see here, every time it fires, I make money. So in the original version of Cat vs Mouse, oh my god! You actually used to get money by damaging the cat, but I decided to remove it due to how unbalanced it is. Yeah, it's back. When you get this upgrade, you can see you get 1 money per damage. It's much better with fast firing powers, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell this. It's actually really strong. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hose, power hose. Because this thing attacks really fast, but deals low amounts of damage. You can see here I'm getting actually quite a lot of money. Now granted, this upgrade does cost a lot, so most likely get this very late in the game, which is when cats actually start to gain a lot of HP. So it's actually going to be pretty worthwhile, as long as you know what upgrades you're going for. High amounts of damage is bad because it only makes you 1 money per damage. For example, I'm going to go ahead and sell this. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a tranquilizer with TAC. Totally not too expensive. You can see here, when it fires, well, we need to get a proper shot first since the wave cache might interfere with things. Another thing to also know about original income, if you didn't read the almanac, is that it removes all of the income methods, meaning that you can see here, I gain 1 money per damage, and the cat is dying pretty fast, so I'm only getting 3 money. Because, well, it only gives 1 money per damage from any damage source. So back to what I was saying, original income here, it removes all other money sources from the tower itself, meaning it does not give more wave. Why did I say what? It does not give money per wave, nor per cat percentage. That cat percentage thing has been changed to basically just every single time the cat is damaged, it will give money. But obviously with slow firing towers, high damage towers like the sniper, or for example the mortar as well. The mortar here, if I can actually remember which path it is, it's not very good because, well, it's a high damage tower and also slow firing. It's better if you were to pair it up with something like the hose, which is a low damage tower but fast firing. Or for example, the pointy ball also works very well. Oh, we have a boss. I totally forgot. You can see here I'm making a lot of money from the boss. All because, well, I have a low damage tower, but fast firing. You can see here. Look at how much money I just made. I think that's like, I forgot how much it was, but yeah, you can see that was a lot of damage. Now for the other upgrades are pretty straightforward. Banking, I think banking has been introduced a lot, so to keep this video short, I'm going to go ahead and just skip to middle path, which is quite confusing, to say the least. It's not that confusing if you know what you're doing, but it's very simple. I just want to kind of explain this in further detail because of the new wave catch system. So yes, if you do get a middle path mood gain, you will actually also significantly increase your wave per catch because of the new system where, depending on how much health you have, you will gain more money. When you get something like the apple tree, or like if I upgrade the tower more into like Avensilism, which gives me 15 health per wave, also 15 cash per wave. It's not a lot of cash per wave, but eventually it actually builds up as long as you can survive. It's basically just banking, but it's well, worse, but also allows you to survive better, I guess. Hopefully this works so I don't have to embarrass myself again, but hey, it's fine. That's just part of game development. You can see here I gained quite a bit of cash. Usually on wave 1 you gain about 21. So now that I have 121 HP here, let's see how much cash I gain next time around. So you can see 50% threshold, and then you can see I got a lot of HP and also more cash per wave. And eventually, when you have more health, you gain more cash. So this is actually pretty decent for money making, but it also depends on your survivability. For example, it's like you can kind of exploit the system here, but also, like I said, depends on your survivability. So later on, it might not be as good as banking because you're gonna have a lot of your health depleted. But if you are a good cat versus mouse player and you can survive, then this can actually be very beneficial. For example, I'm almost at 200 health already, and this is gonna give me 20 extra wave cash. Just watch. There we go, that's the initial 50%, and boom. I just gained, like, I think that was 50 cash. That's a lot of cash. And this is just gonna keep building up. So it can actually potentially be better than, like, any other upgrade. The next upgrade I want to talk about, which is gonna be our last upgrade for this video, is going to be also middle path, but instead tower aiding. The way this works is a little bit more complicated. You have to place towers around it if you want to gain maximum benefit, because tower aiding, if you did not read the almanac, which I heavily recommend you read the almanac, the more towers you place around it, the more health and cash you're going to gain per wave. It's kind of like some of those farms in certain games. Too close to the hitbox. And another cool thing about tower aiding here is that it also reduces stun, so it's much better for like, late game waves. I'm gonna get that. And I'm also gonna get tranquilizer. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get Gatling gun here so you can actually see the cat. It's not too overkill. There we go. And yeah, depending on how many towers you have, they're gonna gain more health. So let's go ahead and get comfort zone here. Um, and this will basically just increase again, but it also provides stronger buffs to your towers. That's kind of just how it works. It is a decent moneymaker because of the new health system, and it also helps your towers out by reducing stun time.
Alright, so now that the more complicated paths are out of the way, let's talk about the others. I'm going to refer to the upgrades internally. 1-1 and 1-1 Plus, it gives most of its money from the start of a wave, which allows you to defend more reliably rather than having to damage a cat for extra money. This is useful if you aren't very good at survivability, since the big instant sum of money helps a lot to survive whatever wave you're on. 3-1 and 3-1 Plus can make slightly more money than 1-1 and 1-1 Plus, however it does this through intervals. 3-1 will reduce the threshold to 25% and 3-1 Plus is 20%. This upgrade path does rely on your survivability much more and can be pretty inconvenient at times. Getting this upgrade earlier in the game is better because later on it becomes inconvenient due to the harder cats and higher HP. 3-2 and 3-2 Plus are basically banks. The money you earn is stored and will increase by a certain percentage per wave. 3-2 can store a max of 800 cash. 3-2 Plus can store a max of 1000 cash. Be careful though, as they will not generate more when their max capacity is reached. Remember to claim your money. This path is one of the best money makers if you know what you're doing. If you don't claim the money, you can lose out on quite a lot of it. My favorite path used to be business, but now I prefer reverse biology and commensalism because of how the new cash system works. You can get a lot of money. Now there is going to be a rebalance for this, but right now it's still my favorite, and the rebalance I've planned, it would still be my favorite anyway, so yeah. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait for you guys to see all the goofy videos I have planned up next. It's gonna be very messy, but I have a pretty cool video planned out here, so stay tuned. If you want to be notified, I don't normally say this, but you can subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and all the links will be in the description. So Cat vs Mouse, my Discord, and also my Scratch profile, so you can check out my other games. And yep, that's all for today's video. Goodbye.
Now!